We live our lives through time past and time that is yet to come. We create memories of what has been and dreams of what lies ahead. What we might take for granted can also be taken away. As we struggle to keep unwanted things from happening, we must sometimes face the unknown. With the right technology at hand, more lives can be saved, changing the world to a safer and better place for everyone.
Hello, I'm Martin Krantz. I'm the CEO and the founder of Smart Eye. Right now, highways, city streets and country roads of the world are filled with 1.2 billion vehicles. Out of these vehicles, 50 millions are part of an accident every year. And out of these 50 million accidents, 1.2 million have a fatal outcome. While there is no one cause to blame for these tragic accidents, we have identified three main culprits. It's distraction, fatigue, and intoxication. This situation is completely unsustainable. Ever since we started Smart Eye back in 1999, we have made it our mission to take on the cause of these accidents that continue to cost thousands of lives every day. For more than 20 years now, we've been delivering our driver monitoring technology to the automotive industry, with the goal of making sure that every new car put on the market is better equipped to help the driver overcome challenging and dangerous situations. It won't take long before we start seeing the positive effects of driver monitoring systems. Slowly but surely, the number of accidents will start to decrease, but only a small fraction of the global vehicle fleet is updated each year. For every new car with driver monitoring system that is put on the market, there are many more cars that remain on the roads for years to come without any such safety system. If we are serious about saving lives and improving global road safety, we can't just ignore these millions of vehicles. This is an issue that has kept us occupied for years. And thanks to the hard work of our best engineers and developers, we have found a solution. Today, we finally present AIS. So that's how we solve the problem with accidents that are caused by the driver. We monitor driver behavior and we warn the driver before the accidents actually happen. So we are very, very proud to today present the AIS. But what is it? What exactly is it, AIS? Well, it is a camera. This is the camera, actual camera. A camera that you put in front of the driver and that will monitor the face and the upper body of the driver. And it's also a processing unit. The camera is connected through a cable to a processing unit where we do advanced calculations using artificial intelligence. So the AI happens on this amazing little box, and the camera unit detects and keeps track of the driver. This is the camera is using infrared light because the system needs to work in all different type of light conditions. It needs to work in the brightest sunlight, in the pitch dark night. It also needs to work when you drive in and out of tunnels, or when you drive through an alley with trees, sun shining through trees and so on. So it has infrared illumination, and also it has an image sensor, which is sensitive to the infrared light. This is very important because we really need to have a high quality system here. Also the system comes in two different flavors. You have this bigger camera, which you call the camera 12. It's called camera 12 because it's approximately 12 centimeters wide. It has a 2-megapixel image sensor, and it has more illumination than the smaller camera, which we call camera 6, which has a 1-megapixel image sensor. So why are they different, and why do we have two flavors? Yes, it's because the smaller camera is for smaller vehicles, such as personal vehicles, taxis, pickup trucks, where the distance between the driver and the face is not very large. Then you can use a smaller camera, it becomes more cost efficient. In big trucks, buses, where the distance is larger, typically 900 millimeters between the driver and the camera, then we use the bigger camera. It's more reliable. You also need more pixels because there's more movement in these kind of bigger vehicles. So you need to cover a bigger area. What is now unique? What's the truly unique feature here about AIS? Well, we've been doing this for over 20 years, and our first customers were automotive customers. So we've been in collaboration with the automotive industry. We have developed this technology for a long time, and these systems, this type of system, I should say, are in serious production with some big major global car OEMs, and our software is powering these systems in these instances. So during this time, the technology has developed and become much more solid, more secure, and also it has become more cost efficient over time. So now we are, for the first time, able to package an ultra high quality system in a cost efficient package. We want to make the system as affordable as possible because we want the whole world to use this type of system. It's going to increase the road safety enormously. So we want to package it as cost efficiently as possible, but there is a risk here. The risk is that when you do that you save too much and that the system doesn't become reliable anymore. And that's something where we have put in an enormous amount of effort here to make sure that this system is going to be very, very high quality in all aspects. All the components that we're using are automotive specified. The system is also automotive specified. This means that it should have a very long lifespan. It should manage to sit inside a car or truck and live for a long time. It needs to manage temperature changes. It needs to work when it's very, very cold outside, when it's very, very hot. I mean, trucks or buses, cars are used in deserts where it's super hot. They're used in the Arctic when it's super cold. And it needs to work all the time. So everything in it is automotive qualified. The processes with which we developed it are automotive specified. The processes which you used when we developed the software also meets the highest automotive standards. And the system is tested on an automotive level. So I would say I'm very, very proud of the team. I mean, we have been working for over 2 years with making this product a reality and being able to stand here today and launch it. We have had some small delays during the way, which were Corona related. It took a little bit longer because of Corona. But now, when it's finally here, I cannot be more proud, actually. And I think that this balance between cost effectiveness, affordability, and quality is unmatched anywhere. So with these words, I would like you to understand a little bit more what's going on under the hood. How does it work, the functions, and how does the technology work? So I'm going to leave over to technical expert Peter Ronberg, who will show that.
Thank you, Martin. Today, we are very, very excited to show you what we've been working on lately. AIS is a quantum leap in road safety and will be a crucial tool in realizing a future without traffic fatalities. So let's explore the features of AIS. AIS builds on decades of experience in developing algorithms for sensing and detecting driver behavior. The process starts as a high-resolution video feed of the driver's face illuminated with invisible light for the system to work just as well in complete darkness as it does during daytime. The images are then fed through a highly optimized computer vision engine. This is written from the ground up with safety in mind. The engine extracts all the important bits out of the image and passes this on to layers of AI-based detection algorithms that capture the smallest motion of your head, every movement of your face, and accurately track your gaze and your eyelids. The system then uses this information to feed higher level detection algorithms that analyze your movements and detect when you're distracted, when you're tired, or when you're taking your mind off the most important task at hand, your focus on the road. Key to a system like this is to warn when the driver is distracted, tired, or doing something dangerous. But equally important is to not warn when it's not warranted. Warning fatigue is a real thing, and minimizing the amount of false warnings is imperative for any warning system to work. I will now show you what goes on behind the scenes in the heart of AIS, inside its AI processing engine. So what you see on the screen now is what the AIS camera sees. So this is a demonstration tool that lets us visualize what AIS is doing. And of course, this is not anything that you would see as a normal user of AIS. So first, the system finds your head in the image. It finds the features of your face and locks onto them and follows them from frame to frame. From these features, it then accurately computes your head position and rotation in 3D, shown here with the red, green, and blue coordinate axis. The system also computes your gaze direction, shown here with the green gaze rays emitted from the eyes. As you can see, the gaze direction accurately shows where I'm looking. This enables the system to determine if you're keeping your eyes on the road or if you're being distracted. Equally important is to detect the eyelids of the driver. By looking at how open the eyes are and tracking blinks and long eye closures, we can detect if the driver is feeling tired or falling asleep. AIS also does facial recognition that can be used to make sure that only certified drivers can operate the vehicle. This is crucial in many settings. We also detect several other features of the driver, such as if accessories like glasses or a face mask is worn. And as you can see, even though I'm wearing a face mask and I'm wearing glasses, the system accurately tracks my head position and my gaze direction. Since AIS knows in what direction I'm looking, it can tell if I'm looking at the road or if I'm being distracted. At the bottom of the screen, you can see different areas of the interior of the car that the driver may look at. If I look at the instrument cluster, the system will detect that and eventually determine that I'm not paying attention to the road ahead. If I now switch to another view, you can see how AIS is able to detect what I look at in the vehicle when I move my gaze around. This is a view showing targets where I may rest my gaze in a vehicle. As you can see, the system picks up if I look at the road ahead, the center stack, the instrument cluster, or the mirrors in the vehicle. Using all this information, we are then able to detect and warn the driver when distracted, drowsy, or falling asleep. If I take my eyes off the road, the system will issue a distraction warning. And if I close my eyes as I'm falling asleep, it will issue a sleep warning. Drowsiness is a slow progressing process that takes the driver's behavior over time into account. AIS actually detects drowsiness on a 4-level scale, where 1 is fully alert, as you can see here in the image, and 4 indicates that the driver is struggling to stay awake. And as you can see now, the system now detects me as level 1. The use of mobile phones is a leading cause of distraction. AIS not only detects when I take my eyes off the road to use my phone, but it can also detect when I'm talking on the phone without hands-free. It also detects when I'm eating, drinking, or smoking, since these actions are also causes of distraction. I hope this overview of AIS and its capabilities have shown you how it can improve road safety by helping the driver stay alert. Setting up AIS is as simple as launching an app on your phone. With the AIS app, you can configure the system to act just as you want and customize it for your own vehicle. You configure your own driver profile, and the system will automatically identify you as you enter the vehicle, so your settings are only yours. You can customize the warning sensitivity of the system, as well as other settings to your preference. The app also provides a log of events, so that you can review what the system has detected. It's really just that simple. Back to you, Martin.
Thank you, Peter. So AIS launches today. So if you go to our webpage, smarteye.se, you will be able to click to the AIS product page. And there you can go to the URL order.smarteye.se to order your own AIS system, or preferably systems. If you place an order there, you will get first in line to get deliveries of this groundbreaking technology. So the AIS, we start deliveries on a small scale during the second quarter this year. And the production and deliveries will ramp up during the second half of the year in line with demand from the market. And what about price? Well, price will vary. You have different prices for different configurations, and also it will also vary with how big volumes you will buy. The bigger the volume, the better the price we can offer to you. But I would say that even the most expensive configuration in a small volume will cost less than half of what a modern smartphone costs. Significantly less, I would say even less than half than a smartphone. So it's not a big investment to secure your car or your truck or your bus with this groundbreaking technology and really new possibility here for aftermarket systems. And we believe that there is lots of money to be saved. I mean, there is the human cost. I mean, if you can avoid an accident, how expensive isn't an accident in terms of the human costs, which you cannot really put money on. But also, we have anecdotal. We have a customer who have told us that he expects to save 3,000 euro per truck in insurance costs per year for a system that costs less than half of a mobile phone. So it's really an amazing deal. And we think this is a game changer for safety in vehicles. So we are very happy that you have tuned in to our launch presentation. Thank you very much. We are truly committed to road safety, and we will continue our work without hesitating, without pausing. We will continue to work and strive for safer roads, less accidents, and we want you to be part of that movement. So please go into our order page and order. Thank you very much.